I see a young girl,
Mm-hmm.
and she says goodbye to her mother.
Can you describe how this young girl looks?
She has a white dress. She lives in a jungle,
Mm-hmm.
and her mother is sitting down and she's weaving baskets made out of straw.
Mm-hmm.
They look like Native Americans,
Mm-hmm.
like Indian,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Indian,
Mm-hmm.
in the jungle in a little place. And the little girl says goodbye, Mommy,
Mm.
and she runs out of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just running. The mother is old,
The mother is old.
so old,
Uh-huh.
but I'm the little girl.
Mm-hmm. So let's see, where do you run?
I'm barefoot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm running in the jungle,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm running to the animals. I'm running to my father.
You're running to see your father?
Yes.
Very nice. How do you feel while you run?
I'm excited.
Uh-huh. Connect with your feelings and discover what are you excited about. Tell me more about this excitement. Go deep within.
It's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Are you running now to celebrate with your father?
No,
So tell me more, what are you doing?
I want to call him to come home.
Mm-hmm.
There's food ready.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Did your mom prepare the food or somebody else?
My sister.
Your sister. Very nice. So let's see, what do you do next? Where are you? What are you looking at?
My father is hunting.
Mm-hmm.
I discover him. I'm feeling a pain now in my lower back.
Mm-hmm.
I think he shoots me,
Mm-hmm.
but not on purpose.
Mm-hmm. You had a mistake.
I was running to him. He was trying to shoot some animal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wanted to protect the animal.
Mm-hmm.
Or a deer
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I run and I feel like I feel like the animal is my friend.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to protect the deer?
I see him pointing the gun at the deer.
Mm-hmm.
And I run to the deer and I hug it.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
I'm so small.
Mm-hmm.
And he shoots me.
Mm-hmm. What do you see that has happened after that?
He runs to me.
Mm-hmm.
He picks me up.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees my blood.
Mm-hmm.
And the deer doesn't move. The deer doesn't move.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more. What's happening after that?
He killed the deer.
Mm-hmm.
And I am dying.
Mm-hmm.
And the deer is also dying.
Mm-hmm.
He's carrying both of us. He's running. He's running with me.
Mm-hmm.
He's running with me to a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also in the jungle, in a tribe. In the tribe, there's an old doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts herbs on my back and cleans my wound.
Mm-hmm.
It stops the bleeding. But I cannot run anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel my feet anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel my whole right side anymore.
Mm-hmm. But you stayed alive.
I'm alive.
Very nice.
I'm alive and I grow old so quickly.
You grow old so quickly.
Because I cannot have children.
Uh-huh.
And in my tribe, if you cannot have children, you're not a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I become a herb master.
Mm-hmm. So you learned about herbs through your life.
And I teach and I give people medicine.
How old do you feel right now?
80.
Oh, so you're very old already.
I'm very old.
Mm-hmm. And through this life you didn't have any partner?
There's now a young boy.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about him.
But he's not my partner.
Mm-hmm. What is your connection to this boy?
I love him.
Mm-hmm. What's special about him?
Much. He feels like my son.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not my son.
Very nice. So what the name that the tribe called themselves? Now you can hear the name of this tribe.
I see blood.
Tell me more. Where is this blood coming from?
It's not blood really, it's I see like a foam, like the fire,
Mm-hmm.
the fire. It's the fire, the fireflies.
Mm-hmm. Fireflies?
It's a tribe of warriors.
Mm-hmm.
They have shed a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm.
They have protected themselves for centuries.
Mm-hmm.
Firefighters.
Mm-hmm. Are you counting the time in any way? Do you know what the time what's the date or the season is that you're living in now?
I'm like a shaman.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people coming to me
Mm-hmm.
from the West. I speak a lot of languages.
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot of books because I couldn't run anymore.
Mm-hmm.
My dream was to be a warrior, and now I heal people from everything that they don't desire.
Mm-hmm.
And I see their blood. I can taste their blood, and I know what they need. And it's like in my tribe the tradition is that the men drink the blood of the women to become stronger.
Very nice.
I count time by the cycles of the moon. And because I couldn't bear children, I never had blood to give to the men. So I started drinking blood myself and understanding what people need based on their blood taste.
Special abilities you discovered.
I teach the boy. The boy. He's very good with birds. He has birds, many birds.
He's communicating with them?
He whispers to them.
Very nice.
I'm his teacher.
Could you teach me a little bit about how you can recognize in the blood?
The particles. I can taste the particles. The amount of water. I taste it now. I taste the blood and then I have a vision. It's like the blood gives me the answer for the plant. And there's terrible storms. And the boy grows older. And he makes love to me.
When you were old?
I'm so old and he's so young.
And he's making love with you?
Yes, I don't know if he wants to.
Why do you feel that he's doing it if he doesn't want to?
Because I asked him to.
You asked? And how does it feel for you?
Good.
So tell me what's happened after that.
He never comes back. I think I just die from a broken heart.
So let's be there in the few moments before you pass, arriving to this time, just a little bit moment before, and tell me, where are you? Look around you.
I never left the jungle. I'm living in the same house my parents died in. My sister is my neighbor. The chief lives in the center.
Can you connect telepathically with the chief? And you can ask him, what was the given name that you got in this tribe? How people calls you?
Awakatasima.
Awakatasima?
Awa.
Awa. Awakatasima?
And people call me Awa.
Awa. Is there a meaning to your name? Awa?
Water.
Water. Beautiful.
Water of gods. Awakatasima.
Water of gods. That's beautiful name.
I love the nature, and I'm hobbling over to my little hammock
Mm-hmm.
just to watch one last time the sunset.
Mm-hmm. Connect with your feelings and with your thoughts and tell me what goes through your mind. Are you looking at the sunset right now?
Yeah.
And how does it feel?
I feel in so much pain and I'm happy to die.
Where is your pain?
My whole body is aching. It's so old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
How old are you? Do you know?
I'm like 102.
Wow.
And I'm grateful for the life I lived and for the people I met. And I feel ready to be taken, and I know that I will die, and the tribe, they will eat me.
The tribe will eat you?
And I will become part of them.
Very nice. Do you want them to eat you?
Yes.
Very good.
It's an honor.
Very nice.
And what they don't want to eat, they give to the animals. And I feel ready to give myself. I'm done.
Very nice. You can now arrive to the point where you take your last breath in that life. And with the exhale, whatever happened is already happened. And you're in the other side of it. Describe for me, what do you see as it happening?
I see myself floating over the jungle.
Can you see the body from where you are?
Yes, she's smiling.
She's smiling.
And sleeping.
Where's the body? Is it in the house?
I'm excited. I feel light.
It's a wonderful feeling, right?
Wow.
When you're waiting for it for quite some time, you feel relief?
I feel so beautiful.
Very nice.
I'm realizing that I'm everything. I see everything as part of me. And I'm part of everything.
Very nice.
I'm looking at all the jungle.
And can you see what they're doing with your body from up there?
They're taking it to the chief. I go to his house and I'm angry at him.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Let's take a moment and see what makes you now upset on the chief. Tell me, what do you see?
Every girl in the tribe loses her virginity to the chief. And I lost my virginity so young.
To that chief?
Yeah.
So before the accident that you had, you lost the virginity to him, or it was after?
It was after. He wanted to heal me, but he hurt me.
He hurt you?
He was the only man I had sex with except a boy. And I felt like he just did it to use me. And I couldn't move. And he would come and he would sleep with me and he would leave. And he would do this with so many girls.
So So he would sleep with many girls without them wanting?
Maybe they wanted it.
But you didn't?
I didn't know.
I see. And now, from your perspective, when you look above the jungle there, can you tell me what area on the planet are you living?
In Brazil.
In Brazil. And can you tell me what was the name of your tribe? How did you call your people?
Chango.
Chango?
Chango.
Very nice. So, Awa, from the perspective where you are now, you can look back the entire lifetime. And as you look back the entire lifetime, every life has lessons and purpose. What do you feel that was the purpose for that lifetime? What you came to do and to learn?
I came to serve. And then I learned a lot of pain. I learned to have nature as my ally. And I never had love. I never received love the way I wished for.
I see.
But the animals, they gave you love.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing with me. So now you can also look at all the people in that lifetime, go through their eyes, and if there is anyone from that lifetime that is connected to Sarah in that lifetime that she's living now, you can make the connection now and tell me if anyone's. Did she meet anyone in that lifetime? No?
No.
Very good. So now I would like to invite you to send into the light all the anger that left, all the sadness, all the feeling that are not serving you anymore. And we're going to send them to the light for healing. So now you can pull all the energies.
The chief.
The
Chief.
The chief was part, the chief in Sarah's life? Or who is it? Look into the chief's eyes.
My father.
Is your father in this lifetime?
Yeah.
Very good. Very nice. So now take a deep breath. Let go completely. And let's pull out from the body any energies that are imprint from that lifetime. Any leftovers from that lifetime that doesn't serve Sarah anymore. Any energies that are followed her to this lifetime. Let's pull them all the way out from the body, from all the cells, from all the molecules, from the physical body, the emotional body, the mental, the spiritual, any layer, from the past, the future, and the present. Send it back into the light for healing. And tell me, where does it go out from your body?
My eyes.
From the eyes? Very good. How does it look when it goes out?
Like a bubbling waves.
Very good. So allow all this energy now to leave the eyes, to get out from all the bodies until there's nothing left. And allow all this energy to release and send into the light for healing. Very good. Everything will leave the body. And tell me when it's all done and when there's nothing left. Very good. What energy would you like to replace it with?
I see sunflowers.
Let's bring a lot of energy of sunflowers for this healing. And let's bring the higher vibration of light and love to fill it up. And if there's anything else that you wish to put inside, what else? What can replace it?
Harmony.
Harmony. Let's bring a lot of harmony. Fill it up.
I learned about power exchange and love. And that doesn't serve me anymore. Love is not about power.
Very nice.
So I want to bring forward
Tell me more.
pure love. Just love.
Let's bring pure love, unconditional love, the highest vibration of love to fill up the body. Very good. Tell me when it's all full.
I feel like I died when I was a young girl, but I actually was alive for so long. And when I died, I was happy again, like I was when I was this little girl. I bring forward also this joy.
Let's bring all this joy back, fill it up, and even joyful than ever before. Very good. Allow this joy and love to fill the body from head to toe. And then when it's all full, let's seal the energy in. Now take a look around you and tell me, what do you see? Where are you now?
I'm in the desert. I'm looking at my hands. They're old.
Look down to your feet. Are you wearing anything?
And they're barefoot. I mean,
Let's clean up your body.
I'm wearing a red dress.
A red dress. Do you feel a female? Or a male?
Yeah, female.
Very good. How old do you feel?
I feel strong.
You feel strong?
Maybe 35.
Very nice. Very good.
I'm a mother.
Tell me more about yourself.
red hair. And they're in braids. And I live in the desert.
Mm-hmm. What part of the desert?
The traveling desert. It's in the Egyptian desert.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm part of the Israelites.
Mm-hmm. The Israelite?
Yes, we are the lost tribe.
Mm-hmm.
We are traveling, and it's my ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
They were thrown out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm. Why is that? Why have they been thrown out of Egypt?
Because our God made them very angry.
Mm-hmm. How did he do that?
He hurt them. He put blood in their rivers.
Mm-hmm.
The blood of all the grown men. The people in my tribe, they did terrible things. But they were desperate.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted freedom.
Mm-hmm. So, what, the people in the tribe put the blood of the old men in the water?
The people of my tribe, they killed all the sons
Mm-hmm.
of the Egyptian men and put them in the river.
I see.
And the river turned into blood.
Mm-hmm. What else your people did in order to go away from the Egyptians? Can you tell me more?
Very smart people.
Mm-hmm.
They left behind many women. As a prize for their freedom. Just took a few.
Mm-hmm.
I feel guilty.
Mm-hmm. For what?
For being one of the few women that they took.
I see.
They said they will not survive the desert and that they cannot come, and so they just left them behind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And because you're a strong woman, you could go with them?
I was pregnant with a child, and that's why I could come. And I am married to Aaron.
Mm-hmm. And Aaron is an important man there?
He's the brother of the leader.
Who is the leader?
It's Moses.
So Moses is your leader?
He was a prince.
He was a prince?
We basically left with him because he was raised in the castle.
Oh, that's nice.
He killed his mother.
Oh, do you know why did he do that?
To break his father's heart.
Moses wasn't happy with his father?
It wasn't his real father.
So who was the man that he was wanting to make so upset?
The Pharaoh.
What was the name of the Pharaoh then, do you know? How people call the Pharaoh there?
Shechin.
Shechin? Okay. So, and do you know who was the father of Moses?
I do.
Who was it? The real one?
He's not anymore with us. He was a simple man. He was working with stone.
He was creating stones?
He was creating with stone.
Like an artist or like a builder?
Like a builder.
I see.
In the end, he was doing it with art. He made me a very nice necklace.
His father, the
For my
father of
wedding.
Moses?
And Aaron.
And Aaron. So
But
Moses and
there's
Aaron are brothers?
many secrets that I am keeping.
Can you share with me a little bit more?
Yeah.
Thank you. So what are the secrets that you feel that you're holding?
That no one could know that Moses is the brother of Aaron.
Oh, why is that?
Because it was all a plan. They planned this. It was like a master plan of the smart elders of the tribe. They injected Moses into the kingdom so he will tear down the kingdom from within and he will set our people free.
How long your people were in Egypt there where they wanted to be?
3 generations.
3 generations. I see.
My throat hurts because I keep so many secrets.
So maybe it's
I can't
a good
breathe.
time. Maybe it's a good time to release it a little bit now. Would you like to share with me more secrets? What else can you share with me? You're holding there.
Moses and Aaron, they love each other. They are lovers. They are brothers from different mothers. And at night, they both make love to me, but they only get pleasure looking at each other. They never look at me. But they just take my body because I can give them children and I can give them sons. And it's okay.
Yeah. And are you pregnant with one of their children?
I just gave birth to one of their children.
Who is the father, do you know?
It's Moses.
It's Moses' son. How do you know?
I don't know, I just feel it.
I see. Okay.
But they know. They look like their fathers.
Okay. How old is your son now?
He's a baby.
He's a baby? What the name you gave him? Do you see him?
Yes.
What was the name you chose to give your son?
His name is Ishmael.
Ishmael. What a beautiful name. So, can you tell me more about Ishmael? How old he is?
He's so young. But he looks like a warrior. He still has not touched the ground. He's being raised by all of us.
Also,
kind of like
Moshe and Aaron and others, or just
no,
the 3
the
of you?
men don't raise the children. It's kind of like my life is just to be a shadow.
For the men? Or for what?
For the stories. We hear the stories and then we share them with each other at night, the girls. We never speak up.
But you share between you?
Yes.
So do you share of the secrets with the girls, or that you hold secret to you?
I hold the secret for me.
I see. What other secrets do you hold?
I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm. Of what?
I feel like a whore.
Why is that?
Because I want to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have sex with other men
Mm-hmm.
in the desert, in the bushes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which my sons are their fathers.
Mm. Mm-hmm. How many kids do you have now?
5.
5 kids? And each kid is from someone else?
Maybe. But Aaron thinks they're all his.
Oh. But you think even you have one that is Moses? Like Ishmael was?
But they don't talk about it.
I see. And Aaron think it's all his?
He knows.
But he's pretending?
Yes.
I see. I see.
It's so sad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I love my children.
Can you share with me what other names you gave to your children? And how old they are?
Yes.
So tell me.
There's Dina.
Dina is the first one?
She's the oldest.
Uh-huh. Dina, so you had a girl first.
She's 7.
That's nice. Mm-hmm.
Maybe older.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
It's okay. What the next one? Who was after Dina?
Maybe she's 9.
Mm-hmm.
After Dina
Mm-hmm.
is Reuven.
Reuven. Do you think Dina is Aaron or someone else? Child?
Someone else.
Who do you think it was?
I think it was an Egyptian.
An Egyptian. Okay.
She's dark.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But beautiful.
That's nice.
He's beautiful.
What about Reuven?
He's Aaron's.
He is Aaron.
He looks like his father.
Very nice.
And he also already likes the boys.
You like boys?
Yes.
Yeah, you can feel it.
I see it.
Mm. And how do you feel about it?
It's okay.
That's nice.
It's normal.
It's normal, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In our tribe.
Mm-hmm. In your tribe, it's okay for boys to be with boys and girls to be with girls?
But not that people say it.
But everyone do those kind of things?
Yes.
That's nice. So who's the next one after Reuven?
Shimon.
Mm-hmm.
Shimon.
Son of who?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Shimon. He's my favorite.
Yes? What's making him so special?
He looks like a prince.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a kind heart.
Mm.
And he's gentle. He was an easy birth.
Yes. That's nice.
And then there is Sarai.
Mm-hmm.
She's named after the Great Mother.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me about the Great Mother?
Sarai.
Mm-hmm.
she was very powerful. She invented a tradition where women gather together and bleed together. And her rituals still are very strong in our tribe.
Can you tell me a little bit about the ritual?
When a woman bleeds for the first time, we take a little statue and we bless her with holy wine, and we hold her on her hands and on her feet, and we break open her womanhood in honor of God. They're supposed to make the lovemaking less painful. And bear children quicker. It's... the men don't know about it. It's the female secret.
Very nice. And does it work? Does it help? Does it make the making love feel better and more children?
For me it worked.
Yes, very nice. So, is there any rules for the ceremony? Do you need to have certain amount of women, or doesn't matter?
There need to be 10 women.
10 women. And can you describe what they do?
They sing, they chant, they braid the hair, they dress the girl in a linen cloth, and the linen is white, and the blood goes on the white cloth, and we burn it, and then we bury the statue, and we give back to the earth.
Very nice. And can you maybe sing for me one of the prayers that are especially for that event? Is there anyone that is just for that?
Yeah.
Would you share it with me?
Yeah.
Thank you. You can sing it in your language.
Lo, 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 לפחד, לא לפחד, ילדה, לא לפחד, lo, 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 lo. And like that it goes.
So is it chanting about not fearing little girl?
Yes.
Is there more meaning for this song except of that?
We sing it when the girl gives birth. I sing it to my children when they are afraid at night.
Very nice.
I'm walking in the desert with you. I feel like you are with me.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking and showing you. And we have our camp. We made a camp.
So show me what's important there to show me.
There are kids running everywhere. And I point to you and I show you. And Dina. And I show you Reuven. And I show you Shimon. And Sarai.
And who's the last one?
Ishmael.
Ishmael. Is it the last kid you had?
Yes.
Very nice. And you think he's from Moses?
Yes.
Very nice. So, where are you now in the desert? Do you know? Or are you not so sure?
We're in Sinai.
You're in Sinai. How long are you now traveling like that?
3 weeks.
Very nice.
I gave birth by the water. Just as we were leaving.
I don't think you shared with me your name. What was your given name? How may I call you?
Rania.
Rania?
Rania.
Rania, that's a beautiful name. What does it mean?
I think it's an Egyptian name.
Who gave you this special name?
My mother.
What was her name?
My mother.
How your father called her?
I want to say Rebecca.
Rebecca. Okay, very nice. So Rania, where are you now? What are you looking at?
I'm remembering my mommy.
Very nice.
She taught me about seduction.
Seduction? Can you tell me more? What do you mean by that?
About the rules of seducing men and receiving anything you want if you use your power.
So you use your feminine power to seduce and to get what you need?
Yeah.
Very nice. How do you do that? What did she taught you?
The problem is it's not working with my husband.
With the Avram?
Yeah, Aaron.
Aaron, sorry. Aaron. Yeah.
He doesn't care about my gifts.
Maybe because you like Moses more.
Yes.
Ah, I see. So you're not able to seduce him?
Just two altogether.
Yeah. So, tell me can you take me through a little bit forward in your lifetime to another important event in your lifetime, something that important happened to you, something that you consider important, and be there now. And tell me, what do you see that is happening?
I see the entrance into the promised land. And I see it's like a magical place.
Can you describe the entrance to me?
We have been walking in this desert.
For how long?
For 2 generations.
2 generations walking in the desert?
Yes.
So how old are you now?
I'm now 65.
65. So do you mean 2 generations? It means that 2 babies,
New generations are born.
2 new generations are born.
Yes.
So Ishmael was the first generation that born?
Yes.
And did you have anyone in your family that's born in the 2nd generation?
Yes.
Dina had a child?
Tina had a child.
Or someone else?
No, Tina had a child.
Yeah, she had a child already?
Yes.
What the given name of her child?
She named him Hashem.
Hashem?
Hashem.
Hashem. Very nice.
She was 15.
She was 15 when she gave birth? Beautiful. Very nice. So you became grandma very young? Normal. This is how it goes in your tribe?
Yeah.
Very nice.
I love the desert.
Uh-huh. What do you like about the desert?
It's the color of my skin.
Mm-hmm.
And wherever we go, there is water.
Mm-hmm.
And we're walking and walking, and finally we are seeing in the distance all this green.
Mm-hmm. This is the promised land.
And full of birds.
Mm-hmm.
And wild animals.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so sad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't have energy anymore.
Mm.
And I'm sad that I know that we're gonna ruin it.
Ruin what?
This beautiful land.
Mm.
I know we don't deserve it.
Mm. Why that?
Because we've lost our way.
Mm. What happened on the way that you lost?
Everything, all our morals. It's very easy in the desert to feel like no one is looking.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
It was like a lifetime of just indulging. Indulging.
In what way?
In mass orgies and rituals and alcohol.
What were you making
and
alcohol
drugs. There are so many drugs. People were taking mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
And they were taking cactus.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just going on crazy journeys.
Mm-hmm.
But they forced everyone to do it with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we are not ready to settle down. It was like as if we all went on a journey together on a search of something.
Mm-hmm.
And now they say we found it. This is what we were looking for. And it doesn't feel like it's really possible. That it's a place, just a place, another place. And I feel like tired and I cannot continue, but I also feel restless.
Connect deep with your feelings. Share with me more everything that you feel about it.
I feel numb. I feel numb.
Mm-hmm.
I wish to feel more. I feel numb about my family.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
There is no love there. Only necessity.
Mm-hmm. Between you and Aaron and the kids?
The kids, the daughters are my daughters, but the boys, they look up to their father, and the father, he just treats me like his property.
Doesn't sound nice at all.
I wish he would die. I would like to kill him.
Oh. Mm-hmm. How old is he?
He's 80.
And do you think to kill him, or what are you planning to do?
I maybe will escape. I will escape.
You will escape? What's your plan?
To live alone. I want to live alone. I don't think I'm meant to be in partnership.
Okay. Yeah. It's not nice when it doesn't treat you well, right?
I think when we settle down in the Holy Land, I opened a whorehouse. But it wasn't just a whorehouse. Yes, it was a place where men came and they paid But the girls that I was teaching,
Mm-hmm.
I was teaching him the ways of seduction and of loving men.
Mm-hmm.
And I was healing.
Yes.
We were healing them
Yeah.
from their wounds.
Mm-hmm.
People came to our temple.
Mm-hmm.
It was a love temple. That's what I did.
Very nice.
I
How old
didn't
were
kill
you when you
Aaron.
opened this love temple?
I didn't kill Aaron.
You didn't.
He died.
Mm-hmm.
And he left me a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But it is possessions
Mm.
and gold.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what happened with his friend Moses.
He died. He was older.
When did he die?
He died before
Mm-hmm. He died before? Before what?
before we came to the land.
Oh, long before?
Just before.
Mm. And tell me what other special event was while you were walking through the desert?
We had so many wars. There were wars.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much celebration. It was like as if we were out of time. We were just... It was like there was endless amounts and supplies of food
Mm-hmm.
and drink.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
We were like children
Mm-hmm.
who are free.
Mm-hmm.
And all these years of being slaves
Yeah.
were just like
You wanted to release and to feel free again.
coming out of us.
Yeah.
But we were lying to ourselves
Mm-hmm. In what way?
that we knew it is just an excuse.
Mm. And did you follow any belief or any god at the time?
Many gods.
Many gods?
Yeah.
Who are the gods that you were following?
We followed the god of the sun
Mm-hmm.
and the god of the wind.
What is the name of the god of the sun?
Apollo.
Apollo. Mm-hmm. And what about the god of the wind?
His name?
Uh-huh. How do you call him? What people call this god? Chaim.
Chaim.
This is the god of the wind, Chaim.
Chaim.
Mm-hmm. Chaim.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Like life.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Did you have any other gods?
We had the god of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Does it have a name?
Adama.
Adama. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What other god?
The goddess of the ocean
Mm-hmm.
and the waters.
Mm-hmm. Does that have a name?
Shamayim.
Shamayim. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the god of the sun is Apollo,
Yeah.
and the god of the wind is Chaim,
Yeah.
and the god of the earth is Adama,
Yeah.
and the god of the water and is Shamayim.
Yeah.
Do you have other gods?
Well, the god of the sun is Egyptian,
Uh-huh.
but we, the women,
Yeah.
we prayed to him.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Why is it just the women?
Because we are not part of the decision making. So we made our own rules.
I see. And what Aaron and Moses or other men are praying to?
Elohar.
Elohar. Elohar. Can you tell me more about Elohar?
He's an angry God.
Why is he angry?
Because we are bad children. And there's a lot of shame in my tribe.
Why that? Why there's so much shame in your tribe?
My heart is aching.
Is it connected to the shame?
I think so.
So let's take another deep breath. And we're going to release this energy now. So let's take another breath. You can lay on your back with the physical body here. And we're going to release this energy out. And as it releases, you will know, and you can tell me what it is. Take a deep breath. Let go completely. And now invite the energy to leave the body and to be sent into the light. Does it leave the body now? Can you tell me what color or how does it look when it goes out?
It looks like a black cord.
Allow all this energy.
It's like a black root. I feel like it's been clogging my heart.
It was
covering my heart up in a blackness.
Here now it can live and pull all the essence of this energy out of the body until there's nothing left. Very good. Keep pulling it until there's nothing left. Very good. Is it all out?
I think so.
Very good. What would you like to put instead of this?
Red light.
So let's put a red light inside. And the highest frequency of healing that can come into the body right now. What other energies would you like to feel there?
I learned in this life to be a chair in a house. I learned to be small. And I want to release that. This doesn't serve me anymore. I don't want to be the wife of. I want to be free.
Very good. So let's take this and send it into the light. What would you put instead? A lot of energies of freedom?
Yeah.
Let's bring a lot of freedom into it. What else?
Not to be ashamed.
So let's make sure there's no any shame left. No shame, no guilt. Let's take all those energies out from the body. Till there's nothing left. Take a deep breath and let it all out. Back into the light for healing. Tell me when it's all out.
It's out.
Very good. What else would you like to put instead?
Blue light.
Blue light. Bring halls of blue light to fill it up.
And white light.
And white light. Very good.
And gold.
And gold light. Let's bring all the beautiful colors that bring healing, the highest healing, from head to toes, in all the layers of the physical body, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, past, present, and future. And tell me when it's all done. Are we crystal clear?
Yes.
Very good. So now I would love for you, from wherever you are, what are you looking at right now?
The star.
Very good. Can you look down to see the body of Rania in that lifetime? That was the name or was another name?
I changed my name to Root.
Root. So in the end of this lifetime your name was Root?
Yes.
Very good, Root. So now, with your permission, I'll call you Root, and you can look at the body after you transition. Where are you? Can you see the body from above?
Yeah.
What do you see?
I see sisters around me.
How many?
13.
13 sisters around you.
And they're all holding different parts of my body. And they're shaking me.
Releasing your spirit.
And I'm just up above and they're singing the song to me.
What song?
Lord, 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 Lefachet. Lord, Lord, Lefachet, Yanda.
Very nice.
And there's light. I'm going to the light.
Oh, beautiful. So now you can continue your journey to the light. And tell me when you're there.
I'm there.
Very nice. Enjoy this beautiful light. Tell me, what do you see as the light becomes more clear and you can see things inside the light?
I see a crystal.
You see crystal?
Maybe it's ice.
You see his eyes of this crystal?
Yeah.
Connect with it telepathically. Tell me if you hear anything. Or sensing anything from this crystal. From his eyes.
I feel like this is my soul.
Are you connecting with your soul?
Yes.
How does it feel? Tell me, describe for me this feeling of connecting with it.
I feel home.
You feel home?
I feel whole.
Whole.
I feel warm.
You feel warm.
I feel wordless.
Wordless.
Shapeless.
Shapeless.
But it's all composed in this beautiful shape.
Of this crystal.
Looks like a diamond.
Look like a diamond. Very nice. So now I would love for you to take a moment to look around you and see if there's anyone with you there. Who's there with you? Look around you. Describe what you see.
I see Daniela.
Daniela. Mm-hmm.
I see Alkis.
Mm-hmm. Daniela and Alkis with you in the light. Very nice. How does they look?
They are smiling.
Uh-huh. Connect with them telepathically, welcome them. You can give them a big hug.
They were in my past life.
Uh-huh.
They were my sisters.
In the life of Ruth?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Very
They're
nice.
sending me to my next life.
Oh, they're helping you to prepare for the next life? Are they planning to join you in that lifetime?
Yes.
Mm. And what are you going to do in that lifetime? Let's see how you prepare together.
We're going to make a change.
Mm-hmm. In what way?
For women.
For women? Mm-hmm.
To come back home.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to help women to come back home?
Yes.
So let's see, what do you discuss and how are you planning to do that? Tell me, what do you hear that they share with you?
They share their heart and their pain.
Mm-hmm.
They share their stories.
Mm-hmm.
They say that we will together create a new earth.
So together you're going to create a new earth. Mm. What does that mean?
A new way of being.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me about this new way of being, this new earth? What do you hear that they tell you?
They say we're going to create harmony.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to create peace.
Harmony and peace. And can you speak up a little bit so I could hear you well?
Harmony and peace in our own body.
Mm-hmm.
In our children's bodies.
Mm.
In our children's bodies. We're going to create consciousness. A new consciousness. Which celebrates men and women. And masculine and feminine. Which celebrates coexistence,
Mm.
inclusivity, friendship.
And friendship.
And that they promise to help me stay on my path, and that there will be many obstacles and many distractions of memories from other times. But we need to stick together and not be afraid to do sacrifices.
Beautiful. How does it make you feel when you plan this?
It makes me feel like I'm going on a mission.
It's a mission that you want to go to?
I don't have a choice.
Why is that?
Because it's just so clear.
That's something that you want to do, that you need to do?
I need to do it.
Okay. Are you excited about it, or how do you feel about it?
I am.
Okay. And are you happy to know there's a new earth and a new consciousness coming?
Yes.
So can you share with me what other information did you get to learn about this new earth? How it's going to look, how it's going to feel?
Gravity is going to change. People are moving in spirals. Everyone is jumping up one stage. Children are being raised by fathers. Mothers, they lead nations. There's many communities, living together in harmony, sharing resources, helping each other grow. Helping each other. There's abundance.
Tell me more about the preparation and what else do you know and remember there about this time?
There are many
change.
women that are, and men, many souls coming together in this soul place, in this place between places. And we make a pact. And they are from many different places.
When you say different places, what do you mean?
We choose our birthplace. And we are from many different places. And we point on the map where we're going. And we make a plan.
Who's helping you to make the plan?
God.
God. So when you're there, you speak with God?
Yeah.
And He tells you what to do?
She.
She?
He's a he, she.
He, she?
He's like an Aphrodite, an Aphrodite.
Is just gender neutral?
Yeah.
And can you be there now in this moment when you are communicating with God?
Yeah.
And tell me, what do you hear? What does it tell you?
We are standing on a circle. And we are looking on the earth from up above. And we're zooming in and zooming out. Like Google Earth. He does it with his fingers. And he's telling us that the world is burning.
Is burning?
It's burning. It's bleeding. And that if we want to save this planet, we need to grow and do a change. And we are messengers of the change. And we are on a mission. And He doesn't tell us more. He doesn't tell us what.
Can you ask God for me if you want to give a message now for the people on the earth or the people of whoever you want to give message to? Does He have any message to give today?
Yeah.
Thank you. So may I speak with God, please?
I can speak with God.
Okay, so can you tell me what God tells you as a message? And
He says, the universal is personal, and the personal is universal. It's all intertwined. Nothing is alone. Nothing is separate. And that everything is one. And that we have forgotten. We've become so good at making separations. And so we are losing our way. And we are not whole in our experiences. And that it's all just fine. But we are the attention givers to anything that happens. If we want to give attention to something, it will happen. And as a collective, we've decided to give attention to fears and pain and destruction. And we have to shift our attention, and it's so simple. And we're doing it so complicated. And he's showing me all the bombs and all of this destruction on the planet. And at the same time, he's showing me all the light and all the possibilities that lie beyond. He says that we will make a big war.
Tell me more.
He says before we can change our attention, we need to go to the extreme with our fears. That we're going to destroy so many lives before we can actually understand this shift of attention to something positive.
When that's going to happen in our perspective of time right now, can you share with us?
It might happen in our lifetime.
It might happen in our lifetime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the feeling. Is there anything more that you would like us to know about it?
We can stop it.
In what way?
If we learn to shift our attention.
Is it something that we need to learn in a personal way or in a global way?
The personal is universal.
Right, that's why I'm asking.
We need to teach our personal journey.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to connect to all the messengers.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has to connect.
When you say messengers, what do you mean?
The messengers of light.
Mm-hmm.
The pact makers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's 13 of us.
13 messengers?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you share with me more about those messengers?
There's 13 of us, and we are spread in different corners of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to connect in order to start a ripple effect of change.
Okay. So I would love to assist in connecting those 13.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm. I'm helping.
You are connected.
We are connected, the 13?
You are one of them.
Mm-hmm. Who else? Do I know anyone?
Maybe.
Would you share with me?
You know them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not just people, but it's 13 communities.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not just individuals.
Okay.
Maybe it's places.
Mm-hmm. 13 places.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you share with me more about those places, please? You ask God to show you the places, the people, the 13 that He means.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
It's Israel.
Mm-hmm.
The movement will start in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to create change, it has to start over there, because this is where the first destruction will start too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the place where it can only begin or end.
Okay.
And then there is Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
Africa, California, New York City, Brazil, Costa Rica, Japan, China. I think it's China and Tibet together, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Lebanon. Russia. Switzerland. And Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal is with Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a movement that we are all understanding at the same moment.
Mm-hmm.
This tiny shift that was there all along. And these people start creating ripple effects for their communities and their communities and their communities and their communities.
Mm-hmm.
And we are the prophecy
Mm-hmm.
of making the world one again.
Mm-hmm.
Or it will get destroyed.
Or it will get destroyed. How it will get destroyed in case it will get destroyed?
We will destroy it.
You will destroy it?
No, the world.
The world will be destroyed?
The world will destroy itself.
By the people?
Because of the people.
Because of the people? How the people will destroy the planet? In case we want.
We will not have any more. We will be done.
Okay.
And then we will fight.
And then what? We will fight?
Until the last drop of water.
I see. I see. So, humanity will kill itself?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The planet will stay? Or the planet will explode as well?
It will explode.
It will explode eventually?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. And you said that it needs to start in Israel.
Yeah.
Why is that, and how, and what need to start there?
The movement.
Mm-hmm.
If the world will see that there is peace in Israel, then there will be peace in the world. But if they cannot do it in Israel, then we are fucked.
I see. So it's very important to bring peace in Israel?
Yeah.
So how do you suggest to bring the peace to Israel?
A shift of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
No more fighting over land. Nothing is ours anyway.
Mm-hmm.
No more territory.
Mm-hmm. No more territory and no more fighting
Over land.
over land. Mm-hmm. But it seems like a lot of the people that are believing in God in Israel are believing in the land and in Jerusalem in a way that
They are wrong.
they are wrong. Why does they have this mistake? What caused this?
Because they are afraid. It's like believing in false gods.
In false gods?
That it can manifest in something physical. It's not physical.
Mm.
It's being free from the physical.
Mm.
It's understanding that we are the creators of our vision. And our vision will come true. And if we want to see God in the land, then we will see God in the land. And if we see God beyond, then we will.
Mm.
But we all focus our intention on the land.
Mm.
And if we will let go of focusing our attention, we will see that the land can disappear and God will still be there.
Mm. I see. Okay. So, is there any suggestions about how to connect the 13 and what to make those 13 special?
It's leaders.
So those 13 leaders of those countries need to come together.
They are not leaders of like the politics.
Mm-hmm.
They're trendsetters. They are like leaders of the people.
Mm.
And they are connected to their feminine power,
Mm-hmm.
their motherhood.
Mm-hmm. So who are the leaders in Israel that are doing that? Giora. Can you tell me more about Giora?
He created Midburn.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Mm-hmm. So Giora is one of the leaders in Israel?
Yeah.
Very nice. Who is the leader in Egypt?
I don't know him.
Okay. Does God have access to this information? Can we ask him?
I hope.
Do you see God now? Are you connecting with him?
I'm trying. He's there.
Very nice. Connect with God telepathically and ask him if he can give us the leaders that need to be connected in order to bring change.
He says that there's people, they don't live in their countries. They live all over the world.
Is there anything he would like us to do about it?
Yes.
What is that he would like us to do?
He would like us to create a workshop
To create a workshop
that brings people from all over the world together.
that bring people from all over the world together
With the mission of saving the world.
with the mission of saving the world
Before complete destruction.
I see. And what will be taught in the workshop?
Consciousness shift.
We
We will focus our thoughts on healing the world. We will focus our collective intention, and we will plan projects that are strategically geared towards stopping destruction and creating constructive ways of being alive together in this time. There's never been so many people on the planet. There's so many problems, and we are so stupid.
I see. So, is there any more information about this workshop, where we should start to make those workshops? Who should make those workshops? Are you talking about? Are you asking from Sarah? Are you asking from me?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone has to be in it,
Okay.
and someone has to take the lead.
Okay. What is your suggestions about the leaders of those things? You said that they are spread all over the world.
They know who they are.
They know who they are. Okay.
But there's many options. There is not just one.
So there's many workshops like that.
There's many people that could be the leader. Just one brave one has to come around.
I see. And how would you support this leader who choosing to follow this path?
It will be a few leaders. It will be a few leaders. And it will be supported by a lot of money and abundance. Because the connected ones understand the importance of this.
I see. Okay. Do you have any important messages to give also? Continue.
No.
So would you like somebody to initiate these workshops of saving the world and teaching consciousness?
Yes.
What's the difference between like the festival cultures that try to teach and have workshops? Is it different?
Yes.
In what way?
It's not destructive.
It's not destructive. I see. Okay. In what way the festivals are destructive?
Self-destructive.
I see. Okay. Okay, very good.
It has to be a pure living example of a personal body that is so connected to the universal heartbeat. There's no way to misjudge or mistrust. It's just truth. Those are the leaders.
I see. How would a person know if he's beating with the universe?
He learns together with everyone who needs to learn it. And he has heard the heartbeat, and so he knows it.
And would you share with us how a person can reach this level of consciousness? Or what person can do to reach this level?
Shift attention. Shift attention from the personal to the universal.
I see.
Shift attention from the universal to the personal. Learn to shift attention smoothly. And lie on the earth and listen. Listen. We have to learn to listen. Listen to the plants we eat. We hear the same story and the same melody, and we just don't listen. We taste the pain and we ignore it.
Very good.
Water. We need to start with the water.
Tell me more.
The ocean. We need to protect the ocean water.
How can we do that?
There's ways. Not producing so much waste. Not throwing it into the ocean. Get rid of plastic. No more plastic.
What would you suggest to do with the plastic?
Build houses. Build houses out of plastic.
To build houses out of plastic, that's a good idea.
No more ocean pollution.
Let's see. What else?
Connect to our brain.
Connect to our brain?
Connect all the brains together.
Connect all the brains together?
Yes.
How? What do you mean when you say that? How do we do that?
Return to telepathic communication.
I see. How can we practice and go back to telepathic?
Meditate together. Create same wavelength frequencies. Listen to the same melody.
Can you explain how to create a wave brain frequency that we know that we're creating the same one?
Yeah.
Tell me.
You let go. You surrender. And you connect your head with one thought. And you let that thought vibrate through your body. And you send over vibrations to each other until you see the vibrations coming in sync into one smooth wave. Little smooth waves together.
That sounds interesting. So let's see if I got it right. So you lay down, and do you connect the heads with touch or without touch?
You can.
Okay.
But this is going to be the key. There will be millions of people connected on the same wavelength frequency.
What is the frequency?
It's the frequency of the ocean.
Can you tell me is there a number for that frequency?
213.
213. Is there any letters around this? 213 what?
I don't know. 333.
Okay. So we need to connect to the frequency of the ocean?
Yes.
And then what?
And then we will create a human ocean where we will just be standing together.
We'll create what? Ocean?
We'll create an ocean out of humans.
Where
we will stand together, thousands of us, and we're just gonna move like a wave.
Oh, beautiful. So in that way, we're going to create this wave of new consciousness that will reach everyone?
Maybe.
Okay. Something like that. But it's important to connect to our mind telepathically.
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. Let's take another deep breath now. And release completely. May I speak to Sarah's higher self, please?
Yes.
Thank you. So I would love to start to ask some questions of Sarah. Can you share with me why did you show Sarah the first life that you showed her? You know what? Actually, the first thing that she was praying over there, why did you show that?
Because she wants help.
Because she wants help. Okay. She's receiving help right now?
Yes.
Very good. And after you showed her the girl, and then the life basically, it started as a little girl, and then she grew up and she had her father shooting her and all that lifetime as an finished old medicine woman. Why did you show her that lifetime?
Because she had to learn to not give up her power. She was powerful without a man in a society where every woman was defined by another man. And she carries with her this belief that she didn't do something right because she never had a man. And she has a dynamic of power exchange that has to do with love that is still relevant with her father.
The chief that was there.
Yes.
How it's affecting her with his father this lifetime?
That she feels like she owes him.
Yeah, she was sharing with me that she wanna satisfy them more and help them more.
She cannot.
She cannot help them. It's not her job.
She can just help herself.
She can just help herself. In what way is there anything that she can do in order to help her parents, or she really doesn't need to do anything?
She needs to do her thing.
Very good. So she just needs to do her thing.
Yes.
What is her thing? What does she need to do?
She needs to teach. She needs to write.
She needs to teach and she needs to write.
And she needs to reach many places around the world and be in touch with many people.
Would it be comfortable for the physical body of Sarah to lay on her back? Or is it better for her to stay like that?
Like this.
Okay, very good. So, can you continue to share with me? So, writing about what?
About the truth.
What? Because I know when people start to write, they might feel overwhelmed about the many things that they can write about. Would you like to give her a focus on her writing?
No.
You would like that to come from her?
She needs to write. She needs to write. She needs to write until she understands it.
I see. So in the purpose of the writing, what's the purpose of it? Is it something that needs to be published, or it's something for herself?
First it's for her, and then it's for the public.
Okay. In what way you suggest for her to write?
Just start.
Okay.
Every day.
Every day? For how long?
Hours.
Hours every day?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Does she have the time to do all of that?
Time.
She have the time?
She can make time.
She can make time. What else she can make time for and she need to in her life purpose? So you said teaching. What does she need to teach and how?
Love.
To teach love.
Pure love.
She told me she want to make people happy and feel alive. Is it part of her mission?
Yes.
So what would you suggest for her to do in order to create that as a financial stability as well? Do you have any guidance for that?
Not to be afraid.
Of what? What she's afraid of?
Making mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Just to do it.
Okay. I see. Okay, very good. May I continue to ask questions for Sarah?
Yes.
And maybe just can you tell me if there's anything from that lifetime that you showed her that was imprinted, or that everything is gone now, if the energy clear?
The lifetime before this lifetime was the last life she had, and she was in the desert.
As root? She finished at the root?
Yeah. And her lesson there
Tell me about it.
was to be empowered, to return as a powerful leader and not as a follower.
So now she needs to be a leader for the female and to create this empowerment for women, right?
She needs to let go of her abuse.
She needs to let go of this abuse?
Yes.
Can we let go of it now?
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell me more about what she's letting go of right now?
She's just letting go of everything.
Very nice. Where does it go out from the body?
From her legs and her vagina.
Very good.
And her ass.
And is this abuse from this lifetime or from other lifetimes?
Other. And this.
And this as well? Very nice. Thank you for that. As you continue to do the work, what else needs to be released from this body?
Feeling insufficient.
Not productive.
Unappreciated.
Unappreciated. Let's clear all those feelings out. Thank you. What else?
Fear.
What kind of fears?
Of being caught. Fearing of lies.
She was keeping many secrets in that lifetime, huh?
It doesn't serve her.
So are you clearing it now? Thank you. Where does that go out from?
My fingers.
The fingers. Very nice. What else?
Her womb.
Tell me more. She wanted to make sure her womb is...
The fear of the lifetime of not having made children. Let it go now. You have a healthy, beautiful womb to carry healthy, beautiful babies.
Very nice.
When the time is right.
So can you tell me more about this time? She really wanted to know about the future of carrying babies in this body. Is it planned for her?
Yes.
How many babies supposed to come through this body?
3 or 5.
3 or 5? Why is it 3 or 5? Why is it not 4? Is it supposed to be twins? Or maybe? Okay.
But there is a number 3 and 5.
Okay.
Maybe she will have 3 and there will be another 2 from another man. And then it will be 5.
I see. But through her body will pass 5?
3
3?
or 5.
Okay. That really doesn't matter. It's for us right now. And she wanted to know who will be a good partner for something like that. Can you tell me about her partner that she's having right now, Yoni?
He's young.
Mm-hmm. Is
He
there...
loves
Hmm? He loves her.
He loves her very much.
Uh-huh.
He is contradicting in his mind
Mm-hmm.
to her beliefs.
Mm-hmm. Can the physical body can turn to me and speak a little bit louder? Contradicted in what way? Her beliefs?
He has a hard time accepting in himself his full potential.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't choose to grow,
Mm-hmm.
then it will not be good.
Mm-hmm. So...
He needs to grow
Mm-hmm.
and be open
Mm-hmm.
for change.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can really be with any man, also him.
Mm-hmm. What do you suggest for her to do about this relationship?
Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Not think too much
Not to think too much
about the purpose.
about the purpose of that.
Yes, just to embrace the love.
Mm-hmm. And just embrace the love.
And let the things happen.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks too much.
She thinks too much. Mm-hmm. It seems like though he's like requesting her different things, like just for example before we had the session today, he was wanting to see her and didn't want her to do the session, and he's like telling her what to do. What does she need to do in those situations?
Exactly what she's doing.
Okay.
Not listen.
Mm-hmm. So how long
He
would
can be a compass.
For what? What do you mean by that?
For her facing her fears. When she's doing something brave, he will be afraid for her. She has to understand that his fear is just an externalization of her own fear. And it's just a messenger to her own insecurities. But if she will shift them, and the more she will learn how to not move out of fear, he will not reflect so much fear back to her, because it will not exist.
I see. So in some ways he's reflecting her fears, just in a bigger way.
In a real way.
In a real way. And she's not really afraid, but she have a little bit? Or...
She has a lot of fears, and until she doesn't face her fears, he will keep on. He can be a messenger and a compass for her to learn.
I see.
To let go of her fears.
Fears that she's dealing with right now. That she's...
Fears of commitment, fear of money, fears of living independent, fears of her purpose. And he's reflecting it all back.
I see. So I would love to help her with all those fears. Can we do that now?
Yes.
Can we clear them?
Yeah.
Okay, so where are they leaving the body?
From the mind.
Very nice. Let them all go away. And tell me when all those fears are out. All those thought forms, all those patterns that are not serving her anymore. As you do it, can I ask questions?
Yes.
Thank you. Does she know Yoni from other lifetime?
Yes.
Where did they live together?
They were siblings.
They were siblings? How many lifetimes Sarah had on on the Earth? 12 times. Was she also in other planets? Yes. And is she from the Earth or from another planet? What her soul origin?
Solar.
From the solar?
Yeah.
What does it mean solar? From the sun?
Yes.
From our sun or a different sun?
Different sun.
Which sun?
Far away.
Far away? Can you spell the name of the sun?
The sun people.
The sun people?
The people that are the sun.
Mm-hmm. So her origin is from that different sun? That... Is it the same sun people like the god of Egypt?
No.
No? Something else? Can you give me an example, maybe, for something that I can relate to? Who else from this lineage?
Lions.
Lions. Very nice. So the lions are from that sun?
Yes, and many people.
Okay. Can you check my lineage? Can you check with my higher self?
Yes.
Thank you. Because I saw this lion once when I was out of my body. Is it connected to me in some ways? So what did you hear? How it's connected to me?
You traveled with the light. You travel with the light.
Is it the origin of my soul too, or somewhere else?
You're a soul bouncer.
I'm a soul bouncer?
Yes, you bounce.
I bounce between many different places?
Between many different origins. In one body. You're very special. Your soul is composed of many different planets. One of them is the solar.
Okay. And do I know Sarah from other lifetimes?
Yes.
When did we live together? Or where was it?
We were lovers.
I feel special connection with Sarah, so I wondered.
Maybe when we were lions.
Are you able to show Sarah this lifetime now?
A lion lifetime.
Lion lifetime. Was it on this planet or a different planet?
It was here.
It was here? Very nice. Very nice. It was in Africa, when we were lions?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's cool. I love cuddling with Sarah.
Yeah. We love cuddling.
That's nice. Okay. So, I want to know how was the healing of the thought forms of the fears?
They're gone.
They're gone? What would we replace with?
Feeling powerful. Feeling capable. Feeling energetic to make it happen. Feeling clarity.
From body to toes. Fill it up with all this good thoughts, memories, and safety. How's Sarah's body's doing?
It's feeling crazy.
Feeling a lot of energy running through?
Wow.
Very nice. Does Sarah need a break or we can continue?
We continue.
There. So, if she can find a beautiful place again, the most beautiful place, allow her conscious mind to just be there and enjoy this prettiness. Find a place to rest and feel all this good, beautiful feeling in the beautiful place. And she's there. And now she can just allow her conscious mind to move aside with gratitude to listen to the higher self. May I speak to the higher self again?
Yes.
Thank you. So, it seems like the life in Egypt there when she walked through the desert were very impactful on her. Is there any leftovers from that lifetime that need to cleaned or need to be addressed in any way?
She just did, by letting go all her fears of insufficiency and for abuse and being just feeling just never good enough.
I see. So it's all been cleared out?
Yes.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I would love also to make sure that she asked me about her like sexuality. There was like kind of fantasies of rape and stuff. Is it from that lifetime or from other ones?
Yes.
Has it been cleared? Or is it still serving her?
Not
serving?
No, she needs to work with people who have been abused, with women.
I see. And this why she have that?
Yes.
Okay, so she need to work with people who've been abused, women that been
Sex
abused?
trafficking.
Sex trafficking. Is it part of her like karmatic things because she, or
Yes.
yeah? Is it a karma?
Not a bad karma.
Not a bad karma. It's just kind of
A clearing she needs to work through.
okay. So she need to work with sex trafficking. Do you have any suggestion of where?
Bali.
In Bali?
Yes.
Okay. When would you like suggest to her to do that?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible, meaning because as soon as possible sounds
Like in 2-3 months.
like in 2 or 3 months. And in her job there, what else she should do?
Create a healing center.
To create a healing center in Bali for
Abuse.
abuse, women trafficking.
Women.
What about men or not men? Men.
Not yet.
Okay. So just for the women in Bali in 2-3 months, center for them.
Yes.
Anything else you would like to say about that mission?
She needs to be very, very careful.
Why is that?
Not to get attached
To what?
to the process.
And?
She needs to be from her highest serving and not from her ego. This work demands a lot of higher self-consciousness. The ego doesn't serve her here. She shouldn't do it to get money or recognition.
Okay.
They will just come.
Okay. So she needs to do it for the highest good and for this mission from the heart, from the higher self.
Yes.
Very good. And then also this kind of fantasies of rape will go away?
Yes.
Okay.
Yoni will support her.
Yoni will support her?
Yes.
Very nice. In what way he will support her?
That he will be her rock.
Okay, through this process?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
That's his purpose.
That's his purpose. That's nice. Okay. And she wanted to know also with her intimacy life why it take her so much time to get to orgasmic feeling.
Because she's not honest
She's not honest.
with her pleasure.
Tell me more about it. What does it mean by that?
She disconnects from the true energy of sexual energy and love. She goes into fear mode. She needs to come back to love all the time.
So her attention goes to fear, and then it's blocking her from getting in touch with her
Yes.
love and this feeling of pleasure.
Yes.
Can you see if there's anything that is blocking this path and this fear that are still blocking?
It's from these 2 lives that we saw.
And it's gone? The fears are gone? No, there's anything else?
There's maybe a little bit left.
From what?
The fear of fully embracing her womb.
And womb?
Her womb.
So now can we get...
Be in touch with your womb.
What does it mean to be in touch?
To feel all this intelligence. Not to block it.
Okay.
To listen.
Can you teach her how to do it now?
Yes.
Thank you. What do you teach?
So breathe into it. And breathe everything out of it. To fill it up with golden light and to breathe out all the gray matter.
So you breathe out all the gray matter. Can you make sure that all the channels of the energies are clear for running the energy of this sexual energy?
Yes,
Very good. So now the fear is gone and there's more connection, and she knows how to listen to her womb.
Yes.
So now she'll be able to experience more.
Deeper orgasm.
Very good, that's fun. I know she will appreciate that. So ask those questions. Let's see. She wanted to know about her path with healing and creating. There's few things. There's the healing, there's creating a brand, there's connecting people to feel alive, there's all those things that she's wanting to do in her path. Can you tell me more clearly what is her path? What
Love.
to focus on? Okay.
To be love.
To be love.
And to be joy.
And to be joy.
And to bring that to people.
And
to work in small groups.
Work in small groups.
Big groups. Start small.
Okay. To start small.
Do women's circles. Do men's circles.
Sorry, I'm just moving the microphone from place to place. Take another deep breath. Let go. Deep down into relaxation even more. Stepping aside with gratitude. Another deep breath. And further away. While I'm speaking to the higher self. May I speak to the higher self, please? Thank you. So she's wanna share love and joy, and there's the project in Bali, and there's the W. Can you tell me more about the W in her life?
It's part of her, but it's not her essence.
Okay.
Her essence is to work with connecting people.
With connecting people.
Connecting people.
Tell me more about
their deepest place
to
of self-love.
Okay, connecting people to their deepest place of self-love.
Yes.
Okay, that's her mission.
Yes.
And what's her best way to do it? With all her gifts.
Every day. She needs to meet a at least 3 new people
Mm-hmm.
and share her gift.
Mm-hmm.
Or
What kind of gift?
the joy of feeling alive.
Mm. Mm-hmm. And how should we make from it? She told me this new word, monetization.
Monetization.
How should we make monetization out of it?
She asks for money without any fear and shame,
Mm-hmm.
because we cleared that.
Okay. Amazing. So she asked for money and she roll and bring joy and love, bring gifts to 3 people daily, and then she have more journeys like Bali and more
of those communities that need her help.
Communities that need her help.
Yes.
Very good. And I wanted to ask you if you can tell her about if she's gonna live in community of her own in the future when she's having all those babies and
Yes.
yes, where will be this community? Is it
Israel.
in Israel? Mm-hmm. And what part of Israel?
In the north.
In the north? Is it will be a new community or community that is already exist?
A new.
A new community that will be setting up there? Does she like living in Israel?
She loves it.
She loves it? Very good. And what makes Israel the place where what bring her to Israel?
Her purpose.
So she can make more in Israel, and also you said that it's very important because Israel will be the first place that it's need to have this wave
Yes.
of consciousness.
Yes.
So that's why it's important to go to Israel first.
Yes.
I see. Okay. Can you check in my path with my higher self?
Yes.
What my higher self say about my communities in the future?
You live in communities.
Do I need to live in Israel or somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Okay. Where?
I don't know.
Okay. Thank you. That's so nice to know. So I'm going to continue asking questions for Sarah. It's okay?
Yes.
Thank you. So the financial sustainability will come from her asking money for all her missions?
Yes.
Very good. So we got that. And how many guides does she have?
3.
Who are they?
Native American chief. A tiger. And an eagle.
And an eagle. Any of them have a message today?
Yes.
Who's the one to come forward?
The eagle.
Hello, eagle.
Hello.
How are you today?
Wise.
As always. Would you like to give a message to Sarah?
Be soft. And stay strong. This way you can glide on the stormiest winds. Soft strongness.
It's beautiful qualities. Why do you say that today?
This is what she needs now.
Okay. How long are you with Sarah?
For many years.
Can you tell me what was happening when you joined?
She moved to Israel.
She moved to Israel and you... Great. Thank you very much for all your work. Is there anything else would you like to tell Sarah today?
No.
Thank you. Is there any other messages from guides?
The eagle.
The eagle. Hello, eagle.
Hello.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. What will be the message for Sarah would like to give today?
be free.
Be free. Tell me more. Free of what?
Free of fear. Live in the moment. Trust yourself. That's it.
Beautiful. And now when we did all this work today, do you think it will be easier for her to do that?
Yes.
Very nice. How long are you with Sarah?
For many years.
What was happening when you joined?
Her grandfather died.
Her grandfather died. Very nice. Thank you for joining her. Thank you for your guidance. Does the chief have a message?
Yes.
Thank you. Good evening, Chief.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Are you sorry?
Yes.
Are you the chief that was hurting her when she was in that lifetime?
It was my family.
It was your family?
I'm sorry for not protecting her in all these times. But now she's growing into her own chief. And I trust her.
Very nice. Does the conscious of Sarah want to answer the chief?
Yes.
Sarah, what would you like to tell him?
I've been in so much pain. Why? Why?
We can ask the chief now. May I speak to the chief, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Chief, Sarah, did you hear Sarah? She wanting to know why she was carrying all this pain for so long.
Because she needed to get stronger. Made her stronger. And now she's strong enough. She can let it go. She can face now her next mission. It was for her own good.
So, and is it something that... May I speak to the higher self for a moment?
Yes.
Thank you. Higher self, I wanted to ask you if all those struggles that Sarah took on herself, is it something that she chose, or it's something that been organized for her?
Both.
Both.
She made it more difficult for herself.
How did she do that?
She went in circles rather than to the point.
Is she still doing that? Kind of going in circles?
Sometimes.
I see. Is there any loops you want to put light on and like stop the patterns that she's still holding?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Stop running away from your mission.
Okay. So the mission, when you say, is like the spreading of love and 3 people a day and then going to Bali, that's mission?
And the wave.
And the wave of the consciousness?
Being part of the consciousness wave.
Doing
the shift in her life.
Doing the shift in her life.
Being an example.
Being an example, and then creating workshops and teaching telepathic stuff.
Yes.
All that in the future for her?
Yes.
That sounds exciting.
Yes, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Does she have support?
Yes.
Can we call another guide to support her in her new path?
Yes.
Okay, let's see who's coming to support Sarah from today on in her big mission. Ask for a really evolved spirit to support.
We have a mermaid.
A mermaid. She have a love for mermaid, I know that.
She has a mermaid now.
Okay, so may I speak to the mermaid?
Yes.
Good evening.
Hi.
So what would you like me to call you? What would be your name?
Gentilla.
Gentilla?
Gentilla.
Gentella. Gentle?
Yeah.
It's like gentle, just gentella.
Yeah.
That's
With a tail.
name. With a tail.
Gentle with a tail.
Gentle with a tail. And we got a wise advice for Sarah to be soft and strong. And now she's gentle.
And playful.
And playful.
Not to stop being playful. It's not so serious.
So there's a lot of joy in her mission.
Yes.
So this playfulness is what you want to bring into Sarah today?
I want to splash her face.
Let's do it. Splash it. And tell me more.
And I will be here with her through the wild, wild oceans of all these emotions.
Very nice. And you will help her? Can you tell me what kind of sign would you like to give her so she will know that when she sees those signs or having those things, it's you?
Triangles.
Triangles?
Yes.
Can you be more specific?
It's the feminine. It's the feminine triangle. It is upside down.
Okay. And that's you?
That's me.
Okay. Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. May I speak to the higher self now?
Yes.
Thank you, higher self. I really appreciate for all the work you helped me to do today. You're really rocking it. Would you do a body scan on Sarah for me?
Yes.
See if there's anything need to be cleared, clean and healed.
Her stomach.
Let's do it. Tell me, what do?
I scan it and I see that there is kind of a ball.
So is it a ball that I need to talk to, or we can just send it into the light?
It's a ball we can send away.
Very nice. So let's call also the helpers, any light beings who want to help with us with this kind of healing are welcome to come, spread their light. So the higher self, would you continue this? Tell me what is happening there as you do the healing on Sarah.
It's becoming smaller and smaller and it's just evaporating.
Okay. Tell me when it's all done. Beautiful. And let's see if there's anything else in the body. I know she has something in her right hand or left hand. What is it that she's having there?
Right hand.
What's there?
There's a metal piece.
Is it okay for that to be there? Does it need to go out?
Yes.
When does it need to go out?
Now.
As soon as now? Can you do something about it?
No, she needs to take it away gently and with a lot of caution. But it cannot be inside her body anymore. It is not healthy.
There's no way to like make the body feel good with it and make it healthy for the body?
It's time to go.
It's time to go. I hear you. So what would you like to guide her about the taking it out from the body?
She needs to do it before she goes to Bali.
Oh, so that's soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Does she need to do it in Switzerland or in Israel?
It's Switzerland. End of August.
In the end of August? Is there any specific doctor you recommend?
There is a German one and a Swiss one. They both could do it.
And who do you... So can you... Is there names we can have?
Dr. Baum.
Baum?
And the one in Switzerland is in Zurich. She hasn't met him yet. We don't know his name.
Okay. Would you coordinate that she'll meet the right one?
Yes.
Okay. And so she needs to do it here in Switzerland before the end of August. How long will it take the healing?
2 weeks.
Would you help with that?
Yes.
Would it be good to do a session like that from far with Sarah for the healing process?
Yes.
Okay, would you give me a keyword that will be good to use with her for a remote healing session like that? What will be 2 words Sarah would like me to say?
Remote healing?
Mm-hmm. So remote healing?
Yes.
So when I'm gonna say remote healing, she will go to this beautiful state of relaxation and will be able to journey together to continue healing in the level of consciousness that's good for that healing.
Yes.
And safe from far.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. And self-love. Is there anything stand on the way of self-love in Sarah's body and soul?
No.
Good. It's all clear.
She's love.
Can we just bring even more of that in? Fill it up. Okay, she's gonna live in community. She's all this thing. I'm gonna see if there's any questions. So there's any questions that was supposed to be answered today that haven't yet addressed?
I feel complete.
Very nice. Okay. And she... Can I ask you for just to know about Yaniv? He was like calling her just recently.
Yes, he loves her.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not good.
Okay. And can...
Not yet.
Hmm?
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. And is there other that are good for her for relationships? She had different boys like Eddie, like...
No.
Any
No.
of those late...
No.
Okay. And this Mordechai, can we clear all this thing with him?
Yes.
Okay. So no one... Is there anyone else that she met that might be a good match for her? That she knows maybe, or...
She needs to do clearing with Giora.
Clearing with Gioa? From Midburn?
Yes.
What kind of clearing she need to do with him?
I don't know. Just letting him go.
Okay. Can we clear that now?
Yes.
Voila. Done. Okay. And I wanted to ask about this life in Egypt, when she walked in the desert.
Yes.
Is there any other messages or important thing that we should know as like the Jewish tradition and culture that can come from that lifetime? More information that is important for us to understand?
That it was never a place that we were reaching like an actual land. It was always just a journey.
Mm-hmm.
And that it doesn't really matter that we have arrived somewhere because we're still on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of the healing also of the land of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
The physical manifestation of this journey cannot be at war. Otherwise the journey is not complete.
I see. So in some ways we never really found the land yet.
Yes.
I see. Okay, that's good to know. And I want to ask one more question about what best way we can help Israel to achieve that.
Not to be afraid. Not to be afraid to speak up. And to spread our love there. To be there. To create consciousness movements there.
Okay.
In that part of the world.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for all the information you gave us today. Is there any final message for Sarah?
Be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Sit with yourself. You have the answers.
Mm-hmm.